I believe the Tennessee Titans will go 11-6 and win their division this year. This offseason, the Titans had both starting corners Malcolm Butler and Adoree Jackson leave. They did bring in Janoris Jenkins to replace their void at corner. But that number 2 corner spot in Tennessee is a really big weakness. That's a problem. Currently, Christian Fulton has been elevated to a starting spot. He's the number 2 corner, the other corner other than Janoris Jenkins. And he's entering year 2 of his career. He did not play much as a rookie last year. And I look at this move, making Christian Fulton a starter, and it feels like a big leap, like wishful thinking that this guy can be a starter that can compete with some of the best receivers in the NFL this year. I worry that teams are going to go after Christian Fulton and attack him all year long. Now, last year they lost, I guess after last year, they lost wide receiver Corey Davis in free agency. I don't think they were too disappointed from that. They drafted him really, really high. He never really became what they wanted him to be. And in letting him go, they replaced him with Julio Jones. They traded for Julio Jones, the receiver from Atlanta. That's an upgrade in my mind, going from Corey Davis, I hope has a great career in New York, but Julio Jones is better. And I look at this team where, first of all, Taylor Lewan, the left tackle's back. He was injured last year. Taylor Lewan only played 5 games last year, so the offensive line is better having Taylor Lewan back. And then what they have in Tennessee this year is a 3-headed monster. Derrick Henry at running back, and then 2 stud receivers, A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. I still am not really sure how you stop the Tennessee Titans offense this year. Because if you load the box, which you have to do, you do not beat... Derrick Henry's too big and too powerful of a running back to not load the box. You have to put extra numbers, extra run defenders in the box to stop Derrick Henry. Now, when you do that, it puts man-to-man coverage on the outside with A.J. Brown and Julio Jones. And if you put more defenders in the box, I would throw the ball vertically to Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. The defense cannot win. So as long as those 3 guys, that 3-headed monster, the triangle of success, I never said that before, triangle of success, that's a weird way to put it. I kind of like it though. I like 3-headed monster better, but as long as Derrick Henry doesn't get hurt, A.J. Brown doesn't get hurt, and Julio Jones do not get hurt, I just do not understand how you're going to stop the Tennessee Titans offense this year. Now, I really like the Titans quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. In my opinion, Ryan Tannehill is vastly underrated. People just, for some reason, do not love this guy. And I don't get it. He's not a quarterback who puts up massive numbers. I understand. In fact, I do get it, because ESPN and Fox Sports, they look at how many touchdown passes you throw and all these little nerdy numbers, and they forget that, hey, what matters most is, are you accurate? Do you make good decisions? And can I trust you in a key moment? And Ryan Tannehill is the kind of quarterback where you can trust him on a 4th and 9 to win the game, or 4th and 3, or 3rd down, or in a 2-minute drill. I trust Ryan Tannehill to make good decisions with the ball, and he can run. Like I've seen him run for first downs, diving for first downs, making good throws. Like, Ryan Tannehill is a guy that this thing about him gets forgotten for some reason. Is almost, I hate the word clutch, but that's the truth, is that he does not get nervous or fumble in big moments. In fact, he makes good decisions with the football and running around. Now, Tennessee lost their offensive coordinator, Arthur Smith, to Atlanta. He's now the Falcons head coach. I don't know if that's for the best or if they're going to be worse off. I don't know. I guess the question I would pose is, how much will it impact them to not have Arthur Smith? Although, to be clear, I was never like, wow, Arthur Smith is the most amazing offensive coordinator I have ever seen. He must have been good at communication because he worked well with Ryan Tannehill. But it's not like he did anything crazy complicated. He ran the ball over and over and over again with Derrick Henry. And I feel pretty good about the new offensive coordinator, Todd Downing. I just don't know how you can catastrophically screw up this offense. It's pretty straightforward. You run the ball really heavily. You throw the ball vertically to Julio Jones and A.J. Brown. You communicate well with Ryan Tannehill. I just don't know that they're going to miss Arthur Smith all that much. I feel very, very confident that Todd Downing, the new offensive coordinator, will be a good fit. Now, the only loss that Tennessee did not replace was their tight end, Jonnu Smith. For the most part, though, the Titans are now better than they were last year. Left tackle Taylor Lewan is fully healthy. They added Julio Jones. They signed linebacker Bud Dupree. And defensive end they can't even talk. And defensive end Denico Autry came over from Indianapolis. That's a good addition. I believe, top to bottom, the Tennessee Titans are better than they were last year. They will go 11-6. They do have a brutal 4-game stretch. Week 6 is Buffalo. Week 7 is Kansas City. Week 8 at Indy. Then Week 9 at the Rams. That's a really, really tough 4-game stretch. But I feel very good about the Tennessee Titans this year. I have them going 11-6 and winning their division.